Your Honor, this one you cannot fix. This is bad character evidence that came in. The state should have prepared their witness.
Pawsy McPauserton, what up, family? Nice name. I see you. Appreciate you joining. Pawsy McPauserton.
Move for a mistrial. This absolutely cannot be unheard by the jury. It was heard clear as day in his deep, sonorous voice. They have heard it. They have absorbed it. It cannot be fixed. 404A, Your Honor.
Greetings, Supreme L. Appreciate you joining.
Here, whatever response the state might be able to make on that.
Your Honor, that was not the state's intention.
I'm sure it wasn't.
Your Honor, that response didn't even come across my mind that would even have come out of our witness's mouth, Your Honor. The state's intention was to solely talk about the vehicle that he was standing on and the fact that he was standing on that vehicle. If you can just give us an opportunity just to look at some case law just to see if we can.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. How many times has this man testified in a trial? How long has he been I know he's a retired investigator. How long has he been an investigator? He knows he is not supposed to say that, Your Honor.
I would find it surprising if he isn't aware that that's not supposed to come out. I do not believe that the state intended to elicit that, and I think that you actually yourself acknowledged up here at the bench that you don't believe that was the state's intention.
I do not believe it was their intention.
Nonetheless, it happened. Yeah. I'm going to give y'all about 15 minutes or so to find whatever you might be able to find.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you. In the Swims case cited by the state, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe that was a seasoned officer that testified about the bad character. Is that correct?
I don't know if it was seasoned officer.
Yeah, no, I looked. It's not.
It's an inmate, right? And I think there's a distinction between a fellow inmate and an officer with decades of experience. And it's not just I that think that.
Shout out to Mookie. Welcome to the fam. Appreciate you joining.
I mean, I think if you go back and look at Posey v. State, which you may have already looked at, 152, Georgia Appeals 216, there you have a case where a seasoned officer testified about bad character of a defendant. The court in that case called for, there should have been a mistrial. It says that when it's impossible for the trial court by corrective instruction to rectify the harm done by improper testimony, a mistrial must be granted. And again, the issue here is you have a seasoned officer, someone with years of experience testifying. And in Posey, there's really very instructive language from our courts where they say we reiterate here. I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast.
And too loudly.
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tone it down. We reiterate here what we said in Boyd. It may well be argued that peace officers are not always well acquainted with our rules of evidence and that statements such as the one here are merely inadvertent. I'm going to stop the quote for a second to say something, which is, again, here we have a peace officer, here we have an investigator who is well seasoned.
Appreciate the sub, DJ Black Charm Music.
Quote continues, but if we refuse to reverse this judgment, then we provide no incentive to district attorneys and solicitors to counsel their witnesses, especially law enforcement officers, to avoid extraneous and inadmissible outbursts. It is high time that this court go.
Yeah, Mookie, we got custom emojis up in there. Feel free to have some fun. Use as many as you want. Spam the chat with the emojis. We appreciate the love around here.
Go on record as opposing without reservation such conduct by law enforcement officers. Posey is exactly on point. Posey calls for a mistrial. This officer should have known better. The state should have properly prepared the witness to not issue, to not blurt out, to not state so clearly that my client was just getting out of prison. It cannot be corrected, Your Honor.
All right. Any last words by the state? Well, actually, never mind. It's the defense's motion, so y'all don't.
That sound like she's about to catch a body, huh? Any last words from the state?
Don't get any last
What's your
words.
final words?
All right. I think I am finding that this was not intentionally elicited on the part of the state. However, I also am finding that this witness as a law enforcement officer should have known better than to make any mention of it. It is, however, significant that one of the charges against Mr. Kendrick in this indictment is that he is a convicted felon. Were it not for that,
We'd be going about 2.5 more hours or something like that. So we just now getting started, family. Appreciate the love. Y'all hit the like, hit the subscribe, tap in, share with a friend.
I would grant the mistrial motion. But given that this jury already knows that he's been convicted and is a convicted felon anyway, even without this testimony, I don't think that a mistrial is warranted. I am, however, going to give a curative instruction and as a sanction for this having occurred, that's the end of the testimony from this witness. There's going to be no more testimony from him. So he's done. All right. What I am proposing to say as an instruction is Defendant Kendrick's
Lady Justice is blind. Everybody can get it.
As to count 63.
I had left a message Sunday for him to give me a call Monday once we talked, explained to him what happened, gave him the details of what happened, and it also explained that I believe I knew who was the driver of the Camaro. I just didn't know his government name. And so on Monday, myself and my partner, Lakia Gaither, she's better at finding people, so she started searching.
Basis. Is it, non-responsive? Because he's on direct, so he can testify.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So, and what else? What's the other basis?
Also, his conduct, what he did, and what he told Detective Gracie is not relevant to this act.
All right, I'm going to overrule that particular objection. I'll sustain the first one now. Okay, so we need to rephrase part of it.
What up, Brandy P? I see you. Appreciate you joining, family.
Monday, when you spoke of Monday, reaching out to Detective Gracie, is that Monday, April 27th?
Yes.
Sledge? Where are you, Mr. Sledge? Okay, all right. Do we have an attorney yet, Mr. Hoover?
No, Your Honor, we're working on that one.
Mr. Wright is withdrawn, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hold up. Y'all heard that? In the preliminary hearings, he said, Mr. Sledge, Attorney Wright has withdrawn. So his attorney withdrew himself back there in the preliminary hearings. That's YOUNGTHUG lawyer they talking about, Antonio Sledge.
Okay. Do we have an attorney yet, Mr. Hoover?
No, Your Honor, we're working on that one.
Mr. Wright is withdrawn, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
A little over 15 years.
And where are you currently assigned?
Zone 3.
And where's the Zone 3 area?
South side of I-20. From there I went
Y'all remember Officer Dusted? Officer Dusted right here.
to the Zone 15, and then from there to Apex K9 unit, and then to Zone 3.
And are you posted?
Okay.
Okay. Do you recognize documents 3, 4, and 5?
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah, here we go. This is the part I was talking about earlier. I must have placed it in the wrong spot. So this is the part we was talking about earlier when it first started, when we was doing a roll call, and what's his name didn't have a lawyer, right? So now watch what they do. Watch what they try to do, and they got caught.
And how do you recognize those documents?
These are reports that I had prepared for these cases.
Okay. And for each of the 3 documents, did you follow the best practices and standards that we discussed earlier?
Yes.
And to your knowledge, those cases involved defendants Fleetwood, Eppinger, and Phoebe?
Yes, I believe they did.
Your Honor, if I may admit them for the purposes of this hearing, States Exhibit 3, 4, and 5.
All right, Mr. Fleetwood's counsel, any objection?
Again, sir.
Oh, okay. Mr. Fleetwood, do you have any objection, sir? All right. Mr. Eppinger, you have any, Mr. Eppinger or your counsel, do you have any objections?
No objection for the purposes of this.
All right. And Mr. Beebe's counsel?
No objection for this hearing, Your Honor.
Okay, all right.
Your Honor, Sean Hoover, in regards to Mr. Fleetwood, it has to be shown that Mr. Fleetwood does not have an attorney.
Yeah, Fleetwood. That's what I was talking about. And I didn't pause that. That's them. Look, they start skipping. As soon as he started talking, they paused it themselves.
Does not have legal representation, and he's not prepared to have.
Look, how they was just going to debo him through, knowing they ain't gave this boy no lawyer. He just said it 5 minutes ago when they was doing roll call that he didn't have no lawyer appointed to him yet.
To answer any of those questions.
Then they going to start skipping on purpose. Pause that. Don't show that to the public.
He does not have legal representation, and he's not prepared to answer any of those questions.
Well, you're not representing him, remember, okay? He has the right, since he's self-represented, since no counsel has been appointed, he certainly can speak up for himself if he wishes to do so. I provide him or anybody else who doesn't have counsel with that particular same ability. I understand that he does not have an attorney as of yet, but you know that's just the way we are at this point in time. So when you get him an attorney, if that attorney wishes to reevaluate anything that has been presented thus far, that person can do so and file particularized motions or any other issues at that point in time.
Yes, Your Honor, and I just want to make sure it's clear on the record that all these questions that be asked him, he does not have legal representation.
I understand that, sir, and I'll understand. I'll say for the record, he is not represented by counsel as of yet because we haven't been able to appoint him counsel.
Good day, Ed Casper. Yeah, we see you, family.
And then we have been attempting to do so since May of this year.
Right.
All right. All right, Mr. Fleetwood, did you have a question, sir?
Sir, I don't want to talk without my attorney because I ain't got.
Okay, that's all right. That's all right. You're good. Like I said, when an attorney's appointed to represent you, sir, you will then, your attorney can go ahead and particularize or object to anything that's been done so far, okay?
It's on Your Honor. I ain't had a chance to get an attorney on my case. I've been on 24-hour lockdown.
You told me that the last couple times.
I was trying to see if y'all could see the coffee and donuts in his hand. I was trying to blow it up enough to see the coffee and donuts.
Times you've been here, Mr. Hoop.
True Washington, no space between the gatekeeper. Exclamation point, gatekeeper, but no space in between. Appreciate it, family.
Okay, well, Mr. Hoover's working on getting you an attorney at this point in time, but you don't need to say anything else, okay? All right. Madam.
That's all I have on moving.
Okay, all right, then states 3, 4, and 5 are admitted for purposes of motion.
Still on Cleveland. That's 41. That's 41.
Yeah, here you go right here, Officer Dusty. Pay attention to this chase. He chasing somebody. He gonna get smoked, and then he lying to the people that he on the call with, or to the operator, not 911, the whatever, the dispatcher. So listen to him lying, and then he gonna be lying while he running. Talk about get down, get down. It's crazy. Just watch.
Yes, still on Cleveland, 45 miles per hour. How is traffic lighter? Yes. Cleveland, 230 Cleveland. 230 Cleveland. Black male, plaid shirt, black jeans. Black male, black shirt, black jeans. Tempted to 44, tempted to 44. Get down, get down. Tempted to 44.
So real quick, he said attempting to 44, attempting to 44. He basically said that he was trying to rob those ladies at the car that he ran by. He was trying to steal their car. He was not nowhere near there when he said attempting to 44. He was the one by the car when he said that. Oops. My bad. I was seeing my volume was high. I went a little further back than I wanted to. Appreciate y'all, family.
230 Cleveland, 230 Cleveland. 230 Cleveland. Black male, plaid shirt, black jeans. Black male, black shirt, black jeans. Tempted to 44, tempted to 44. Get down, get down. Tempted to 44. Tempted to right up. Right towards 191. 191 Cleveland. 191 Cleveland. You still have visual? Okay, talk to me. You still have visual? Running towards the apartments. Running towards the apartment.
Gatekeeper.
59 with them.
Look, he didn't want to say no. I don't have visual. He smoked me. I'm Officer Dusted. I can't see nobody around. He's sitting there talking about ran past the apartments.
Running towards the apartments. Running towards the apartment. Any unit 59 with them. First unit with them, advise me. What's your location now? 309, what's your location now? Have you made it to the apartment? Are you raising up your car still? Yeah, he's back here somewhere. Back in the apartment.
She said, did you make it to the apartments? He talking about, yeah, he back here somewhere. He ain't nowhere near the apartments. He 2 blocks away from the apartments. Talk about, yeah, he back here somewhere.
Are you raising up your car still? Yeah, he's back here somewhere. Back in the apartment. Receive 3309, checking on you. 309, you still have visual subject?
Look, he can't even respond. You still got visual of the suspect? No, I don't. Look at what he looking at. Why he can't say no? That's how you know they liars. They be lying the whole time. You can't trust shit they say or do.
Negative. I lost her back here behind the checkers. Lost back behind the checkers. You okay? Yeah. Where's your copy? Bring Tango. Trying to have a very to the perimeter where you went. One unit in route to 309 location advised.
Gatekeeper.
A perimeter in the area. On Seat Avenue. 310 received.
You went?
Most of the time.
What?
I'm on the time.
Asistencia de Xavi, més capelleta per a Messi, 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 immens Messi.
I thought it said 5 minutes and 10 seconds. We'll stop within the video.
Say the number again, Isabel.
5 minutes and 10 seconds.
What's it ended up at?
And when the individual was brought back to your location, did you learn who the individual was?
I did.
Okay, and who was the person driving?
Shannon Jackson.
And had you ever met Shannon Jackson before?
No.
Had you personally had any interactions with Mr. Jackson before?
No.
Go down to the valet area.
How the hell would he know it was Shannon Jackson? Officer Dusty didn't see nobody. He didn't even see the back of his head. As soon as that car stopped, that boy was gone. So how you know they didn't steal the car? How you know that wasn't stolen from Shannon Jackson or whoever car it was? His girlfriend car. It was his girlfriend car. That's why they say it was Shannon Jackson. But they never seen Shannon Jackson. How you know it was him?
Where they were parked.
Yes.
All right. What happened once at the valet area?
During that time.
And this right here is from the scene when a clip from when Young Thug allegedly threatened the guy, the security guard, and said he was gonna shoot his face off if he kept coming closer, which is a big if, but yeah.
I got it checked out because we already got him at the mall, so it's all good.
Okay, you said you checked out because it was all good at that point. All right, did you hear them saying anything at that point?
I just heard a lot of profanity.
And who was giving profanity?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't know which one? Okay. Do you remember anything specific that they were saying?
No. Just the guys in the car.
Just guys in the car. How many guys were in the car?
3 or 4. Like, man, but it's not, man.
It looks like your signature, but it's not your signature.
That's how I write now.
That's not how you write now.
I write like this now.
Okay, but back in July of 2015, that's not how you wrote.
No.
All right. Let me ask you, looking at that document though that has your name.
Hey, shout out to Michelle. Appreciate you joining, family, and appreciate the two. Y'all show some love to Michelle. Drop some slime brellas and some slime chats. Appreciate the love, family. Michelle Corley.
On it, is there a date indicated on that document?
Yes.
Yes. You have an objection? Yes. Basis.
Document has been
Basis.
a document has been disowned. There's no foundation.
Foundation, okay, that's what we're looking for. All right.
Your Honor, it's impeachment. And he's saying I don't want to do a speaking.
How is they impeaching this man when they changed his paperwork? This is the one that they added lines to his paperwork and then redid his signature and changed his signature. And got caught. He said, "This ain't my signature. This is my signature how I write now. This ain't how I used to write back then." And they added 2 lines to the paperwork saying that he said he was going to shoot the dude in the face. And he said, "I never said that." They janky. Shout out to Michelle Corley. Appreciate the love.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna overrule your objection.
And I appreciate y'all in the chat going crazy with the slime brothers. Appreciate the love.
So you may proceed this time.
Is there a date on that document?
Yes.
Okay, what is the date?
7/7/2015.
Okay. And in looking at the document, you've had the opportunity to read this document previously?
Yes.
Okay. And is this document written in first person, meaning as if you wrote the document?
Your Honor, same objection.
Given what I've learned already by the witness, I'm going to give him a little attitude, Mr. Steele. I'm going to overrule your objection, okay?
Now he's saying, given what I learned, trying to talk like he slow or like he mentally challenged or something. There ain't nothing wrong with him. He older and he talk a little slow, but he comprehensive. He got good comprehension. He know what he talking about. Y'all trying to act like he crazy or something. Like he ain't said nothing crazy. He been on answer every question you asked him from what seemed like honest to me. I don't know, but it seemed honestly. He didn't seem like he was crazy.
Ordinarily, I wouldn't allow them to leave, but I'm going to, in this particular circumstance, make an exception, okay?
Is it written in first person?
Yes.
Okay. And so it says, "I, Officer Hutchins," right?
Correct.
Okay. And this document also has a date.
And he wasn't an officer. That's how you know it's some bullshit. Officer Hutchins, he was a security guard. Why would he call himself Officer Hutchins?
In which it was written, right?
Yes.
What is the date that the document was written?
July 7, 2015.
All right. And this same document was written closer in time to the incident that we're referring to.
What up, Tat Flocker? I don't think I said what's up to you earlier. Appreciate you joining, family.
Which was July 2015.
I can't say.
You can't say. But there's your signature.
It look like man, but it's not man.
All right. And there's a date of July 7, 2015.
Asked and answered.
He said it looked like mine, but it's not mine.
I stand in objection.
It look like man, but it's not man.
All right. And there's a date of July 7, 2015.
Ask and answer.
I sustain the objection.
And so they're saying that you did not write this statement.
I don't recall
You don't
writing
recall?
this statement.
Okay. All right. And when my investigator came to your home, did the individual show you this document?
On his phone, yes.
Okay. And do you recall what you told him about your signature when he showed you the document on the phone?
Correct.
Okay. And what did you tell him about your signature?
I said at that time, it looked like mine.
Okay. And this same signature, was this the same document that he showed you on the phone?
It was so small I couldn't always see it, but it looks to be the same.
It looks to be the same document. Okay.
How you say that? Is that Kamu? What's up, Kamu? Not sure if I said it right. Kamau? Lumumba? My bad. I ain't trying to bash your name. Kamau Lumumba. Shout out to you. Appreciate you joining.
Now, Mr. Hutchins, as it relates to, you said that you kind of had to escort these individuals from the hoverboards out of the mall. Was this your first time ever having to escort anyone out of the mall?
Stars around the neckline.
Yes.
And how many stars do you count?
5.
And how many points are on the stars?
5.
And what color are the stars? And there may be multiple colors. You can name them all if you want. But what's the predominant color, if you think there is one predominant?
Red.
All right. Now, this gentleman is an entertainer. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And by entertainer, he does movies, right?
Yes.
He does social appearances like you went to go see him at he wasn't performing, but he's just appearing at a club, right?
Yes.
He does clearly music, fair to say?
Yes.
And he's one of the icons of music, is that fair to say?
Yes.
And he's been like that since he's been a child, is that true?
Yes.
And he's still like that today?
Yes.
And do you know, if you don't know, that's fine, but do you know that he was born in the early 1980s?
I don't know about that.
Do you know if he's older than you? How about that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know if he's older than Jeffrey?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. When he has these stars around his neck, he also sings in some songs about gangs. Is that true?
Yeah, neighborhood and stuff. Yeah.
And
yeah, as long as you active in the chat, you'll keep getting points. It goes by a time limit, like every 5 minutes. As long as you say something within that time frame, then you'll keep on, your points will keep adding up. Appreciate y'all being here, family. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, tap in, share with a friend.
That goes to entertainment as well, right?
Yes.
And his videos show things like red hats, 5-point stars. He sings about that. He shows it, right?
Yeah.
It's entertainment, right?
Objection, Your Honor. Speculation.
I sustain the objection, Mr. Form.
Is it entertainment to you?
Your Honor, objection to relevance and speculation as to the meaning or significance or...
I sustain the objection, Mr. Steele.
Do you know whether Lil Wayne has ever won awards for his music and entertainment?
Objection, relevance.
I sustain the objection.
Do you tell the ladies and gentlemen jury if it's part of, in your viewpoint, the American culture, this type of songs about gangs, 5-point stars, etc.?
Objection. Relevance. Speculation.
It's this.
Foundation.
Do you know other artists who also have tattoos of a bee with a red colored in it?
Yes.
Do you know other artists? And we can say actors and professional sports people who show gang signs. What you know to be gang signs.
They do movement of their hands,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. You said they do movement with their hands, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you seen sports figures, professional sports figures? Basketball, football, baseball. Have you seen them go like this with wiping their nose?
Yes.
On national TV?
Yeah.
Have you seen at the Super Bowl performers playing and doing C's for the Crips?
Mm-hmm. I stand the objection.
Have you seen tennis players? Do you know who Serena Williams is?
Yes.
Have you seen her at Wimbledon?
He was like, I'm a blood. I don't know nothing about no Crips, no sea walking.
Doing what's called a Crip walk. Do you know what a Crip walk is, first of all?
I don't watch tennis.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Kokomo.
That since it is a RICO case and every expert and all of the testimony does affect my client in some way, I just want to again say that, of course, I just entered this case late last week. I just received discovery on Friday. As the court knows, it's very voluminous. And for the record, I wanted to say the gatekeeper.
This was his garbage lawyer right here, acting like she was really about to do something.
Your Honor, I'm not prepared and would not have been prepared to question any of these witnesses or even the ones that are coming up this week because I've not had enough time.
Okay, have you gotten all the discovery in this case, madam?
Yes, Judge, I was emailed the discovery on Friday.
This past Friday?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right, well, I'll note your objection for the record, madam, and if you require any additional time to be prepared, then...
That stays Skip.
And motions of counsel, so
yes, Your Honor.
You should be covered.
Yeah,
But you just want to make, I know you want to make sure you object for purposes of your client, Mr. Stevens.
Yeah, I heard that. A couple of acts, I served that. And if I said it, I can't take my word back. From Atlanta, all the way to Old Night. How does it feel to make a meal when you ain't even signed yet? I'm sitting here like fuck a deal, cause it ain't even crossed my mind yet. I know that I gotta feed my family. No matter the circumstance, I gotta keep
them. Hey. What up, Young Dreads? I see you, family. Appreciate you joining. This must be the music review section. You know, we gotta say that so they don't stop it. You know, I think this song is dope. I kind of like it. It be stuck in my head now. Even though this was the first time I heard it was during this trial.
them happy. When the money go, who there? Huh? Yeah. When the money go, who care? Yeah. Nobody keeps sweat boys. Let's take different ones with them like that rap shop. She ain't like that baby, so I bought that old ghost. She ain't like the rap stars with on ghost. She don't like the race splash, what she do? What she do, girl? I said she do more.
No. Why didn't you, as an officer of this court, tell me? And that's not what the point is. The point is, you as an advocate, is you should have told me. I got a problem with you now. I got a problem with you now. I would suggest you don't say any more. Now you want to have it both ways. You can't do it. Both sides have an equal responsibility under the rules of professional responsibility. All right, have a seat, sir. Thank you.
How fast things have changed. How fast things have changed. How fast things have changed.
Now I see you running, coming for my come up. Broke out all your shackles, turned it to some armor. Used to be the judge, but now you have no honor. To die with your pride is to live with all your karma. Now you understand. Now you understand.
Another night of fun. There's a lot of fun talking about. All right. Anybody else have any other issues as to...
Uh-oh. Fulton County has no problem coming in here and cuffing all of us, okay? Don't be an idiot.
Are you trying to tell me about myself? You homeless, Ern. You don't even have a mirror to look at yourself.
Here. So I know you all about your principles. But can we just please just listen to Ern so we can get out of here? It's 4 cops on the other side of that door. You know if they come in here, they're gonna get your ass on a whole lot of other shit.
You lying ass bitch.
I knew it. Mama, I hate you, Will.
Don't you never come back to my house,
And
no.
I hope they blow your motherfucking ass to smithereens.
You better hope they do, bitch. You better hope they do.
This nigga kidnapped me.
I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! What are you, fucking nuts?
You thought?